Again. So I recently went to Ramsey's house for dinner with his family. Um, and before we got there, he gave me one hint, which he probably should have given me more. Um, but he said if anyone ever gives me food, more food, offers it, that I need to take it. Um, that was the one little hint tip he gave me, and I wish he gave me more guidance before I went in there, but it was definitely interesting, and I'm kind of glad he didn't. Um, so for one, we sat down, and they're not super super traditional, but they still their dinner was definitely different than mine. Um, One thing I noticed immediately was there was barely any like forks or knives. There was no silverware, and there was like one fork per person, and the only time you would use it is if you were eating like a heavier piece of meat. Besides that, it was all eating with their hands. Um, and also, before we started, they said a prayer. I wasn't sure what the name of it was. I asked them, and I wish I remembered the name. It's stupid I didn't write it down. But um, yeah, they said a prayer, and that was interesting. And the father, the host of the house, always eats first. So we all had to wait for that. And um, they were super kind. They were always asking me if I wanted more food, which I always had to say yes, even if I was full. Um, and they even kind of joked about it because Ramsey brought up the fact that he told me that beforehand. So they would keep asking me. Great food, though. It was definitely great food. Um, Afterwards, when everyone was done, I noticed that we were kind of done for a while and everyone was just kind of talking. And nobody got up or moved. And then when his dad was done and got up, that's when everyone kind of dispersed at the same time. And I kind of was wondering why, and I asked him after, and he said that the host and the father of the house is always the first one to eat and the first one to leave before anyone else. So that was definitely interesting and different than my culture. Um, but all in all, it was definitely an enriching experience, and it was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. So I can't wait to talk to him more because I already dove headfirst into how traditional his family is now. But it's really great, interesting learning from firsthand experience his way of life. But, all right.